Welcome to another California Guy video with your boy California Guy. What's up, everybody, and welcome to this video. This video is entitled Fuck Ben Carson, Part 1. Now, you got this slave mentality nigga that sit up here, and first of all, Ben Carson, if people are not familiar with him, is a famous, well-renowned surgeon, African-American man, who um, made it out of Detroit, made it out together. He worked his way up. I give him props on that. Worked his way out of the ghetto. So to any young black person who's in the inner city, anything is possible if you put your mind to it. But as time went on, Ben Carson has been known to be a black conservative. Now here's the thing I have a problem with black conservatives. A lot of black conservatives have this mentality that they coon. A lot of black conservatives are coons. That's just come right out with it. A lot of black conservatives are coons. They don't talk about conservatism, the ideal of being a conservative. Because black conservatives are normally used as puppets for white racists, white supremacy. Um, People known as Larry Elder, people such as Michael Steele, they've all been used for a black commentary in the black community. Whenever a white person is kind of pushed into a corner, white conservative, they go and they use the black conservative. They use the black conservative. The black conservative is designed to discredit any African American that's talking about race issues or their community. They use these blacks. They say that, well, and here's some such arguments as, well, there's no real racism. Blacks hold themselves back, or the black conservative refuse to acknowledge racism of the past 200 to 300 years, or Jim Crow. But I digress. This coon sits up here. He gets elected by, he's selected to be the head of HUD, you know. And so he makes his first speech about blacks being immigrants. He talks as if blacks, Africans that were kidnapped were just like pilgrims or something like that. This nigga says that, he talks as if he just historically, he took a Jesse Lee Peterson argument. And I'm surprised nobody brought that up. He took a Jesse Lee Peterson argument and he expanded on it. He expanded on the Jesse Lee Peterson argument that black people are just regular immigrants and they got on a boat and they wanted new opportunities in America. And wrong. Black people were kidnapped from the shores of Africa by Arabs, Portuguese, Europeans, and all kinds of people and put into a slave trade. They were not willing immigrants. They were kidnapped from their home country. And this black man gets up on stage and uses a immigrant argument in order to justify white supremacy. I've never seen nothing like this before or heard anything. So, and you could be a conservative. This is the most and this goes up to most of the black conservatives out there. Y'all should call this bullshit out. That is absolutely the dumbest thing that and I'm not a doctor, and I'm not a surgeon. I'm not an intellectual, but anybody with a pea brain knows that most blacks were kidnapped. That was the whole thing of slavery. That's why they called it slavery. So Ben Carson is saying those were willing immigrants who was working on those plantations, getting their ass whipped with whips and lynched and all that stuff there, and black women getting raped. He was saying those were willing immigrants, if you go by his stupid argument. And black conservatives are getting more and more ridiculous by the minute to try to, and this is an attempt to try to show I love America so much. We don't have the same immigrant American story like Italians and Irish and Jewish people. We were literally kidnapped from the shores of Africa. These are facts. We don't have that, and he's trying to assert a immigrant argument with his position. Now, if Ben Carson want to talk about immigrants and immigrant stories or American dream, he could do that, fine. But to say that slaves were willing immigrants and they got on the boat is a flat, stupid example. And this is an example of how a coon thinks. A coon will do anything to pacify a white person. That's that's the ideal of a coon. The ideal of a coon is to pacify any racist act and try to assert it and justify racism in the United States as blacks with personal responsibility or trying to be like their Caucasian counterparts. It's absolutely the dumbest thing that I heard from a coon. And the coons, and like I said, this is the 2017. This is the death of the coons. The coons is getting to be more irrelevant. That's why you have Dr. Ben Carson making now. He's trying to. This is gonna. I guess this is gonna be the new attempt from coons. So people look out. The coons is gonna start justifying slavery. That's facts. They're gonna start to say that slavery wasn't bad. Being on plantation wasn't bad. There's nothing wrong with being a house nigga. So I'm ready for the new coon arguments because the coon is going to die because there's no Obama as president and there's black people not really in power as much. So now they want to keep their jobs. These coons want to keep their jobs and keep their flow going and their incomes and their YouTube views because there's a lot of coons on YouTube too. These are facts. A lot of black YouTubers are coons. You know, you got all these coon, jive ass, Uncle Tom, Sambles on black YouTube and they do all this justifying they justify being a coon. And so they're gonna follow their coon master, Ben Carson, and others by following this ridiculous argument by justifying slavery now. That's gonna be the next thing. I'm telling a lot of pro-black YouTubers, look out for this new argument that the coons will be putting out there. Because a coon would do anything. They think being an intellectual is, and they think that black people attack them for just being smart. Because that's the arguments that most coons make and Ben Carson made. They justify, well, they attack me because I am smart. Which is laughable. Which most coons do say that. It's laughable. When that's not what people's attacking you for. They're attacking you for the content in your statements. But let a coon tell you that's not what's going on. So you like and share this video, people. I thought to share this bullshit. Go on Twitter and YouTube videos and trash this coon nigga. Peace out.